This is exactly how to build a faceless YouTube channel from scratch with Claude. Now, I've grown and monetized multiple faceless YouTube channels with and without AI to tens of thousands of dollars per month. And now it's so much faster, so much easier, so much more simple to build a faceless YouTube channel with AI. And today I'm going to walk you through the entire process from niche selection to ideation to scripting to video production to outsourcing and how to get monetized within 30 days with faceless YouTube. Now, first we need to nail down the niche, because if we can get this right, then most of the things go right. But if we get this wrong, then most things go wrong. Choosing the correct niche is the difference between you failing on YouTube and making $0 and you making 10K a month and replacing your 9-to-5 income and living the life of your dreams. So it's very important that we nail down niche selection, because if we get this right, most things will go right. But if we get this wrong, most things will go wrong. Now, here's a myth that I want to clear up, is that you do not have to be original. Throw away what you're passionate about, because sometimes your passion isn't always going to be your profit. I've had so many students say that they're passionate about XYZ and they want to do a channel about that. But if there's no proof of concept, then don't do that channel. Don't try to do something that's never been done before, because if there's no restaurants on that high street, there's probably a reason why. If there's no bars or pubs on that high street, there's probably a reason why. This business model goes by the principle of supply and demand. If there is no demand, then there'll be no supply. You have to be very careful that you don't do something and dedicate so much time to something that has not proven to work. And thank God you are watching this video today, because I'm going to clear up and save you tens of thousands of dollars worth of mistakes so that you don't repeat mistakes that other people are doing right now, and so that you can get monetized sooner rather than later. Another mental barrier you need to overcome is thinking that you have to be an expert at a topic in order to do a channel around it. I would challenge that belief. And I would even say that if you want to learn about a specific topic, build a faceless YouTube channel around that topic. If you want to learn more about architecture, build a channel around that. If you want to learn more about basketball, build a YouTube channel around that. You will learn so much in the research and scripting process. I'm telling you, it's such a learning tool. When I started my first YouTube channel, it was about Dubai, right? And I didn't even know that Dubai was a city. I thought Dubai was a country. Until I started doing research and coming up with ideas and scripts, I began to realize, oh, damn, this is actually a city and it's not a country. So I began to learn things about Dubai. I began to learn things about other topics that otherwise I would never have learned about, because I just saw there was an opportunity. Dubai was trending at that time. I started making videos about it. It went viral, got 22 million views on a video. Other videos started to go viral as well. So it's super important that you remove the belief of having to be an expert. You can essentially learn. And right now with AI, it's literally crazy simple to make videos, because AI has a lot of knowledge and it has access to all these other sources on different topics. So AI and freelancers is super, super helpful in this niche. So you don't have to be an expert in a niche. You just have to be passionate about making money in a niche, and you will learn about that topic as you go along. Okay, so we are going to use Claude to find a niche. So over here, I have connected VidIQ to my Claude, and that literally gives Claude access to YouTube, because VidIQ has access to YouTube. And when you connect the two together, it's such a powerhouse. Now, I've actually partnered with VidIQ so that you can have their premium version for $1 for the first month. Click on the link in the description for access, or scan the QR code that is showing on your screen right now so that you can use their premium version. And also don't forget to download it as a Chrome extension, because it is a beast of a software. I recommend everyone to use VidIQ who's doing YouTube. It is so good. Now, after you've clicked the link in the description and logged into VidIQ, what you would want to do in order to connect VidIQ to Claude is you would want to take this code over here and copy the server URL. So you can literally pause the video right now and copy this, and then go into your Claude. You go on settings, and then on the left here, you go to connectors, and then you would want to connect. Now, I've already connected mine. So in order to add VidIQ, you would want to go add on the top here, add custom connector. You can call this VidIQ, and then we paste in the code, and then we hit add. Okay, this already exists, so, but it will add it to yours. So it's the same code for everyone, and that's how you essentially connect VidIQ. Now that VidIQ is connected to my Claude, I'm going to say, use VidIQ to show me YouTube videos that are faceless and have hit 1 million views in the past 30 days. So we are going to use VidIQ to help us look for viral videos. Now, it's very important that you look for viral videos in the past 30 days. I would consider 500,000 views to be viral, but it also depends as to when the video was uploaded. Because if we had a video that was uploaded yesterday and it got 100,000 views, that is viral. In 100K in one day is viral. However, if there's a video that hit 100,000 views, but it was uploaded 5 years ago, that is not viral. So it's very important not just looking at the views, it's also looking at when the video was uploaded and basically using discernment to discern when it was uploaded to how many views it's got to see how much traction it's getting. Now with VidIQ, you can actually see how many views per hour a video is getting. It has a VPH feature like underneath each video, and it tells you views per hour. So you can literally see if the video is trending at that time or if it's died down. Okay, so I've asked Claude, use VidIQ to come up with a bunch of viral video ideas. Very bland, right? So what we're going to do is we are going to look at some of these videos that it's come up with and just open it in a new tab. Okay, this is what I like. Loads of views, but not many subscribers. So ideally, when we're looking at viral channels and viral videos on YouTube and niches that have a proof of concept, it's very important that we look at channels that are getting more views than subscribers. Why? Because if a channel has 5 million subscribers and they're getting like 1 million views a month, that's not a good inspiration. Why? Because a lot of their views come from their subscribers. A lot of their views also come from their algorithm because they have a lot of videos and trust in the algorithm, so they get pushed out a bit more. So it's very important that we look at channels that have recently started, getting more views and subscribers. I don't pay attention much to subscribers in a sense where I want to look at channels that don't have like 1 million subscribers, but rather 10K subscribers, 20K subscribers, even 50K subscribers, because I'm more looking at the views, and we can see that with VidIQ. 64K views in 1 week, which is pretty cool, and 600 subscribers. So this channel's definitely got something in the algorithm. 5K views, 74K subs, red flag. We want to look for more views and subscribers. This is crazy. This is literally Claude using VidIQ to come up with it. Ooh, I like this. I know this niche. This is like the explanation niche. Cloud 6. 2K subs, 34K views in 1 week. That's definitely in the algorithm, so we're going to open that up. So we are using VidIQ to look for viral channels. So it's come up with viral videos. But we just need to make sure that we look at these channels to see if they're worth emulating. Back to Ancient. Okay, this is definitely a high RPM niche. I know that because of the length of the video. And RPM is how much YouTube pay for every 1,000 views. And by the way, in order to get monetized on YouTube, you need 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. However, I do have a strategy which I teach, which is sell ebooks on your YouTube channel so that you can make money from day one instead of having to wait for YouTube to monetize you. So that's another stream of income that you can have on your channel. So this looks like a good channel to emulate. So we're going to open this link. Okay, it looks like we have something here. I think I've seen this niche before. Twisted timelines. So we're just looking at a bunch of channels. So we're just looking at this stuff. Bible best animation. Okay, they've done a few of these videos. Let us go and open. Okay, the great Bible stories. This is incredible. Like you can literally ask AI, hook up AI to VidIQ, and then it does this. Okay, I like this. 6K subs, 175K views in 1 week. This is so sick when it comes to looking for videos. Like channels, literally speaking to AI, hooking it up with something that's connected to YouTube, 200K views. Let's see. I'm going to experiment even more with this thing. Okay, quiz magnet. Okay, let's see what else we have here. Learning Canteen. US Geography channel. I have a student in this niche. His RPM is like $16, which is incredible. Okay, so I like this tool. This is amazing, man. Let's see if we can prompt this thing. The Sleepy Science Space channel. Free documentary. So it's found a niche, space. Avoid face channels as well when you're looking for niches. 46K views in 2 days with only 2K subs. This is in the algorithm for sure. This video right here. They're definitely emulating some type of channel here. So a lot of these channels, they may not be viral. They may just have like one viral video. They're gaining inspiration from a channel that is viral. So that's another thing to consider. This looks like some viral videos. 1.2 million views in 2 weeks. And 31K subs. Okay. I'm getting ideas now to prompt VidIQ to do other stuff, like telling it to look at channels that have got X amount of views, not just videos, but channels that have got X amount of views. We can experiment with that. Get Rich Silently. 50K and 1K subscribers. 1.6 million views in 4 weeks. This is so cool. Like anyone who does YouTube knows that this is like a breakthrough. Yeah. Like using VidIQ with it. The Crime Atlas. Crime is not a friendly niche. Body cam channels is not friendly for beginners. I would avoid body cam channels as a beginner. There's a lot of dark stuff that happens on those videos, and even the audio has swearing and stuff. So I would avoid that because it's not as easy to get things into the algorithm with that niche. So I would ultimately avoid that niche. Okay, what was I saying? Run it back, but make sure the videos are faceless and the subscribers are less than 100K. Okay, cool. Yeah, this looks like 1.5 million views, 7K subs 3 weeks ago. You see, This is cool. Let's have a look at this channel. Yestertainment. It's an American nostalgia niche. The RPM will be like $10 because it's an American audience. So if we look at view channel stats, VidIQ tells us they've done 1.6 million views in the past 30 days. That is $16,000 because this is a US-based audience, $10 RPM. Boom. These guys are making it rain like a hurricane. That is incredible. So this looks like a solid niche actually to go into. And when did they start? They started literally 4 months ago. And what's their upload cadence? Average view, VidIQ is telling us that the average video length is 17 minutes. Estimated earnings with VidIQ is not the most accurate. I would have to say that. They don't really know the RPM. Subscribers 7K, which is good. They're getting more views than subscribers. Two uploads a week is their cadence. So this is actually a good inspiration channel. Why? Because they're getting more views than subscribers. They have started recently. It's a US-based audience, high RPM niche. And according to VidIQ, their average length of video is 17 minutes. So if I was going into this niche, I would either do minimum 17 minutes long videos because YouTube, they love long videos. You do not want to cut corners and do like shorter videos. If anything, you should do longer videos. You should do like 20-minute long videos, half an hour long videos in this niche. Why? Because YouTube, they push out longer videos over shorter videos. I repeat, YouTube push out longer videos over shorter videos. Why? Because they want to keep people on their platform as long as possible so that they can show them more ads. That's just how it works. They are a business. They make more money from their advertisers. And with longer videos, they can put more ads in those longer videos because it's longer and they will make more money that way. That's why they favor longer videos. Also, YouTube is competing against Netflix. And so they want people to watch YouTube on YouTube TV. That's another reason. Definitely go for longer videos. Obviously, don't just make longer videos for the sake of longer videos. It has to be value packed in order to retain the audience so that you make more money as well. And with longer videos, YouTube will actually give you a higher RPM because they are showing more ads on the videos. And so you will get paid more because you are partnered with YouTube. On top of that, you will get your 4,000 hours of watch time way quicker because like I said earlier, you need 4,000 hours of public watch time from YouTube in order to be monetized. And you will get that faster with the longer video because you will get much more watch time with a longer video. It's just how it is. Okay, so this looks like a good niche. So this does not look like an American audience or even this. This does not look like a US-based audience. You would want a US-based audience, so look for stuff that a US-based audience would watch. All of these look like face channels, so I would avoid them. So what we're going to tell it to do is look for channels that have got 2 million views in the past 30 days. Okay, so we are going to look at all of these channels that we have found to see if they're good to emulate. So over here, this channel Learning Canteen, they've done 700,000 views in the past month. I do think it's a US-based audience because they talk a lot about US and Canada, so those keywords are going to be in the videos. So this looks like a US Western audience. So I do think this is a high RPM. So, they are farming content. They're doing like 3 videos a week. Let's see. VidIQ says 36 uploads per week. Okay, they are just farming content. It's not beginner friendly in that sense. I mean, let's see. When was their recent viral video? Can't even see. I would probably avoid this niche for now. In my opinion, it's doable. I would avoid this. I think their videos are terrible. They look so amateur. They're just farming content. They're just throwing a bunch of spaghetti on the wall and hoping some of it sticks. Not the best strategy if you ask me. But it works, but you just have to be like constantly working and you have to have a huge team and you have to invest a lot of money. So it's not a bad strategy. It does work. I mean, if you're up for the challenge, I can help you do that. And if you want to know more on how to scale a Faceless YouTube channel one-on-one, I do have a link below for you to book a call with me and we can discuss the next steps on that. So yeah, I've helped multiple students hit 10K months, quit their jobs and go full-time with YouTube. So yeah, this isn't my first rodeo. I've been doing this for over 5 years. Okay, let's look at this channel. So if we're looking at the Sleepy Science channel, it looks like 300K views, nothing special. I do know the RPM's pretty high in this niche because the videos are long. So they're probably like getting like 3K a month from this. How many habitable planets are there? How brutal is life on Mars? Okay, so VidIQ have found us this channel. I mean, well, one of the videos, let's see. 2K subscribers, and they have done 144. They are on the come up by the looks of it. They only started to gain traction. Okay, so their most viral video is 78K views 8 days ago. And this is definitely a US-based audience, because these look like US-based stories, or Western stories, that happen in the crime world. Well, it looks like they're doing like 2 videos a week. So this is definitely a lucrative niche to go into, like crime documentaries. Again, when you're doing crime, avoid the body cam stuff, but this stuff, is definitely doable. So yeah, I've seen this niche. So even though this channel in itself is not doing any crazy numbers, it's definitely on its come up. However, they're definitely emulating other channels that I have seen in this niche that are doing crazy numbers. Next channel, Gaia Docs is the name. So they started, their first upload was 4 months ago, which is insane. It looks like they're doing documentaries, animal documentaries, similar stuff that we used to watch with David Attenborough. I don't know if some of you still watch David Attenborough, but British guy with the voiceover talking about animals, you know, and this looks like it. They probably cloned his voice.
America's utterly invisible.
Yeah, it's a British voiceover. It looks like they put the AI disclaimer here. So this maybe some of these scenes are AI. The voiceover is definitely AI, but here's the thing. This kind of audience, and what I've realized with running channels in the AI niche, is that a lot of these audiences that watch AI videos are elderly people who don't really know the difference between AI and real, and they just think it's real, and they just watch the video and say, this is so amazing and stuff. And yeah, that's the reality of a lot of AI content out there. People don't know if it's real or not, and they just watch it. And older people have a better attention span than younger people. They don't have TikTok brain. They don't scroll on TikTok. They're just watching TV. They have a long attention span. They watch a lot of their stuff on YouTube TV because that's their demographic. And they are just a more lucrative audience than a younger generation because advertisers have a higher budget to put their ads in front of an older audience. Why? Because older people have more money than younger people. That's just the truth. Oh, okay, let's look at this. They have done 3.4 million views in the past month, and they just started out 4 months ago, which is insane. So their RPM is probably a solid, I will give it, based on the length of these videos, they definitely have around an $8 RPM. So if we was to take 3413 and times that by 8, we got 27K in the past month. And that's just off ad revenue. They probably have sponsorship deals because when you start going viral, brands reach out to you and ask, can we pay you to put our ad on your video? And then you can charge them a fee. Another thing this niche is doing is that it's got 4K video on the thumbnail. Why is this good? Because a YouTube TV audience is more sophisticated. Like I said, they are the older people who watch TV online. They have a higher attention span, meaning they will give you more watch time and a higher average percentage viewed, which YouTube love. The algorithm freaking loves a high percentage viewed ratio on your videos. Why? Because like I said, they can show more ads, they can make more money, and they'll push out your video more, and they'll make more money, you'll make more money, and this is just a win-win for both of you. So having 4K videos will push it out to a TV audience, will get you more views, make you more money. This is great. But you actually have to do this in 4K. So as you can see on my screen, on the bottom right corner, it has the option of us going to 4K. This is actually a good niche to go into, and this is a type of niche that I would suggest don't care about how much money it will cost to make these kind of videos, as long as you're making really good videos. Now, I'm going to play you a clip of what Mr. Beast said when he was on a Joe Rogan podcast about how he scaled a YouTube channel. He reveals something that is the best advice that I've heard about YouTube, pretty much my entire time of doing YouTube. So I'm going to play this clip.
Pull up my Twitter. I have something cool I want to show him. I mentor YouTubers a lot. You'll probably find this cool. One of the people I've been mentoring recently, he was doing $24,000 a month, and then he recently had a $400,000 a month
Really?
on YouTube. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So I tweeted out the before and after of his revenue. And so, yeah, just click on that left image. So this was before I started mentoring him. He was doing 4.6 million views a month, 24 grand. And then probably like 7-8 months into it, we got him up to 45 million views, and he had a $400,000 a month.
Wow.
Yeah.
And what kind of advice are you giving someone like that makes such an exponential change in the amount of interactions you get?
The biggest thing is it's much easier, as weird as this sounds, it's much easier to get 5 million views on one video than 100,000 views on 50 videos. Does that make sense a little bit? Like a lot of people, you could upload one great video a year and get more views than if you uploaded 100 mediocre videos. It's like, it's very exponential. Like essentially now I'm going to dial it back. To do well on YouTube, you just need people to click your videos and watch them. That's literally all YouTube wants. And so if you get people to click your video 10% more and watch your video 10% longer than mine, you don't get 10% more views. You get like 4 times the views, right? So you have to think like an exponential, right? Like a 10% better video is 4 times the views, not 10% more views.
Right.
And so like once you understand that,
all he's saying for you to do is make your videos 10% better than the competition, because you won't get 10% more views, you'll get 4x more views. Like, if you don't learn anything from this course, learn what Mr. Beast just said. Like, you just need your videos to be 10% better than everyone else's, and you will succeed on YouTube. That's coming from the biggest and greatest YouTuber of all time. Okay, let's look at these other channels. So this is a good channel to emulate, Gaiadox. Epic Earth. This looks like a good inspiration channel. When did they start uploading? 6 months ago they started. Their most viral video. Oh, they just had a video pop. Oh yeah, that's because of the World Cup, Cape Verde. 1.6 million views 4 weeks ago. And they've got, yeah, solid. I know this niche. You can definitely crush it in this niche. Okay, so I'm going to rock with this channel as an inspiration. So Yestertainment is the name of the channel. So what we are going to do is we are going to tell Claude, I am going to have this channel as my inspiration. Give me 10 viral video ideas based off their viral videos. We're going to let the AI go to work. Now, what I'm also going to do is I'm going to open up another Claude chat, and I'm going to, and this is another strategy I teach in my program on how to get viral videos, is you screen grab, you go on most popular here, then you screen grab their most viral videos, and then you go to Claude, move that bad boy in, and you say, based off these videos, what should my next videos be about? So the AI is going to read the screen grab, and it's going to give you suggestions based off of the most viral videos. Okay, so with Claude, it's now telling me, based on the screen grab I gave to it, it says, so your next 5 to 10 video ideas should double down on discounted toys, hobbies, and childhood products with a danger freedom angle. Interesting, because the most viral video here is what happened to the Cox 0.049, the engine that couldn't survive modern childhood. Based on my experience with YouTube, we just need to either do more videos about toys, what happened to blank toys, because it looks like we have attracted an elderly audience who was playing with toys. They weren't on phones, they weren't on PlayStations, they weren't on Xboxes, they were playing with toys. So we just have to look at other toys that has that nostalgia effect and maybe that they forgot about. So I haven't got a clue about this niche, and therefore, thank God for AI. Thank God for freelancers who can research as well. Cool. So it says your next 5 to 10 videos should double down on discount toys, hobbies, and childhood products with a dangerous/freedom angle, essentially making Couldn't Survive Modern Childhood a series. Interesting. So it's now recommending a series that we should create. And in this case, it's given suggestions. Lawn darts, literally banned by CPSC after death. The single most... Oh, this will be a good idea. Clackers, the shattering acrylic balls, pulled from shells, strong visual thumbnail potential, the Gilbert. Okay, so it's giving these different toys that we can do videos on. And based on the outlier of this viral video is what happened to the blank. So we just need to change the Cox 0.049 to other toys and then have some sort of description, the engine that couldn't survive modern childhood. We can literally keep that, the engine or the blank that couldn't survive modern childhood. And what happened to the blank. I think that would be really good. And they're kind of doing it here. What happened to A&W, the original fast food giant nobody talks about? What happened to Big Boy? So they're following the outline method, where they literally take a proven title and just change one word, and they just rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. That's one strategy of ideation that they can do. I'll definitely, if I was going into this niche, do more like airplane toys by the looks of it. Okay, so that's one ideation method. So when it comes to my 5 ideation methods, the outlier method is what we just discussed, where you take the format of a recent viral video, change up one word to create a new viral video. I just gave you an example. The other method is the remake method. This is where you look at a video that went viral over 1 year ago and do a remake of the video. And I've got an example here about the Book of Enoch. So if we type on YouTube, Enoch the movie, we have these videos come up that have all gone viral. Enoch the movie, the film that shocked the world, 1.2 million views in 7 months. And then another channel does the Book of Enoch, full movie, 1.6 million views in 1 year. And then the Book of Enoch, the movie, 2.5 million views. The Book of Enoch, the movie that shocked the world, 5.7 million views. Like, it's like the same video idea just being rinsed and repeated over and over. And they're all working, they're all going viral. So this is a method called the remake, where you look at what went viral over a year ago and you do a remake of the video. Similar title, different thumbnail, different video, but it's something that's proven to work, something that's evergreen, and you just do a remake. I would recommend doing this on a topic that went viral like a year ago. It's died down, and you can do a remake. But this is a very interesting niche because these videos aren't too far apart from each other, like 7 months and 1 year and 7 months. Like these two videos were uploaded around the same time. Unraveling the Scriptures and Graceful Purpose, they did like the same video like 7 months ago, and they both crushed. So this is a very interesting niche. So the next ideation method is called the opposition method. This is where you look at what everyone else is saying in your niche and you come in and you say the opposite. For example, in this niche, this is the AI niche. It says Microsoft Copilot, your new AI best friend. If you was in this niche and you want to come up with an idea around this topic, you would say Microsoft Copilot, your new AI worst enemy. So instead of best friend, you just say worst enemy. So you just play devil's advocate and you just say the opposite of what other people are saying. Controversy works when it comes to going viral on YouTube, just so you know. The next method, the combination method. So the combination method is where you combine 2 viral video ideas and you create a third. So over here in this channel right here, this is the fitness niche. They had a viral video that is, if you have belly fat, do these 5 exercises, skip the cardio. And then they have another viral video right next to it. This army workout burns fat like crazy. Now, if you wanted to combine these two, you would want to do something like, if you have belly fat, do these 5 army exercises or army workouts. And that's essentially how you create a viral video. So you already have 2 viral videos on your channel or 2 viral videos in your niche, and you just take 2 and you combine them and they make a baby. And that's another viral video that comes your way. The final method is called the different angle method. This is where you take a recent viral video and come at it from a different angle. This is how I hit 22 million views on a video. So we are going to go over here. This is my channel, Interesting Flow. If we click on view channel, it takes us to my most viral video, how Dubai's artificial islands were made, 22 million views. Now, the way I did this was stuff like this. Why Dubai's man-made islands are still empty. Hit 34 million views. So I came in from a different angle and I did a video about how Dubai's man-made islands were made. So can you see? Now, in order to go viral, you can copy the title and it can work. I've done that before and it's worked, where I would copy the exact same title as a competitor that was going viral and then my video will go viral as well. I've done that before. However, in order to get this level of views, you would want to come at it from a different angle. Cover it from a perspective that no one has covered before. And that's how you explode on YouTube. So for this channel specifically, let's open up a doc here. It looks like we have a few video ideas here. So I'm going to take this lawn darts thing. We can call this the America Nostalgia niche. All right, let's take this bad boy, put this thing here. When it comes to ideation, we have what happened to the blank that couldn't survive blank. This is the outlier. This is called an outlier, proven outlier. It's worked for our inspiration channel. What happened to the blank, the blank that can survive the blank? We just have to change up those words. So we already have one solid video idea that we have come up with. Okay, let's look at what else I said to Claude on another chat. I said, I'm going to have this channel as my inspiration. I've given the yes-attainment. Give me 5 viral video ideas based off of their viral videos. No problem, I'll skip pulling their video list. Okay, what the heck did they do? What happened to the chemistry set, the toy that kids trusted too much? Oh, I like this. Safety regulations slowly got into classic chemistry set until nothing dangerous. What happened to the paper route? Ooh, they understand what happened to the blank. The first job that no longer exists. Interesting. So it's come up with 10 video ideas that seem pretty good. They'll be all worth a shot. I mean, if there's a story behind all of these, it can resonate with a lot of people who grew up with these toys during their childhood, and we can cover those topics and hit that nostalgia in people in the States and go viral essentially. So it's definitely a proof of concept here with these toys. And toys specifically, I mean, brands like food brands and beverage and food brands have somewhat type of viewership, but I would stick with toys. I mean, they are kind of doing that, toys right now. Like this type of toy here, some type of car toy hit 53K in 3 weeks, 40K in 2 weeks, another Cox. Oh, can you see they're doing it from a different angle? So that's another thing I would suggest, is doing another Cox 0.49 video. That will definitely, coming at it from a different angle is definitely a solid idea to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually say, give me different angles to when it comes to the Cox video. Okay, what we can also do is we can also tell VidIQ, come up with a channel name and logo for my channel. And that will go to work. Okay, so based on my prompt, give me different angles when it comes to the Cox videos. It's told me the most direct follow-ups. 0.49 was the engine now, blah, blah, blah. What happened to the Cox PT19? Okay, it looks like a different model. The plane every kid crashed on its first flight. That's actually a good title. I like this. Okay, the complete story. What happened to Cox models? Garage business that put engines in 1 million backyards. Damn, if only I had AI when I started. The hobby that died. What happened to control line flying? Okay, so it's come out. I like the first ones it recommended. Some solid stuff. And we can definitely write scripts on that. Well, so it looks like Claude has come up with this terrible logo, which we don't want to use, but it doesn't matter. So YouTube is not Google. They don't promote websites, they don't promote channels, they promote videos. So if you want to crush it on YouTube, you just need to have really good videos and not worry too much about the name of your channel or the banner of your channel or the logo of your channel. Believe me, those things are not important. So this channel right here is called Curse. So they were making 6 figures a year, and before, their logo was literally the standard C that comes when you create a YouTube channel. It was literally just the C, and the name was Curse still, and they didn't even have a banner. So the thing is that YouTube, they promote videos. If you can get really good videos on YouTube, everything else goes right. You'll make 10K a month. You'll quit your 9 to 5. You'll live the life of your dreams, and you'll be off to the races. However, if you just focus on a fancy logo, fancy banner, fancy video description, SEO, I'm telling you that stuff doesn't matter. YouTube don't promote channels. When was the last time you were scrolling on YouTube and you saw a channel get promoted to you? It doesn't happen. They promote videos, not channels. Remember that. So don't overthink your channel name or your channel logo or your channel description, because that's not the first thing they're going to see. They're going to see your video first, they'll click on it, and then they'll go on your channel. And also, subscribers don't even matter. After 1,000 subscribers, you shouldn't tell people to subscribe in your video. It doesn't help you. If anything, you should tell them to watch other stuff on your channel. If anything, the only CTA you should have, unless you're selling a digital product in your video, or you have a brand deal on your video, you should have some type of CTA. However, the main CTA you should have is at the end of the video, you tell them to click on the video that's showing on their screen. Because when you have continuity, a continued viewership, and your viewers watch a lot of your content, that signals to your algorithm your content's good and YouTube will push it out more. So instead of click the like button or hit subscribe, you should be telling your viewers to watch the video that is showing on their screen right now. So when it comes to channel names, we can just say, give me 10 channel names in this niche. Attic Archives, Rewind Republic. I like it when it's like 2-worded and both of the words start with the same letters. So Rewind Republic, Attic Archives. Can you see it's 2-worded and both of the words start with the same letter? Okay, so what we're going to do is we are going to write scripts based off of this. So in order to write scripts, we need to program our AI with proven viral scripts. So we're going to click on this video right here, and we are going to take the script, go into the description, hit show transcript. With VidIQ, we can copy the transcript, and we can go into the AI, and we had a bit of conversation here with this niche, so we can just paste it in here, and we can say maintain the writing style and word count of this script. We can say, but add, let's say 500 words to it. So it's not really maintaining the word count. And make it about, and then you give your title here. Copy this. Paste that bad boy. You can say, add my opinion to make it a bit original and no one can copy it. Add my opinion of this toy brings me, this toy brings nostalgia and was fun to play with. Ask the audience if they agree or not. And then we just enter, and then we just let the AI go to work. When it comes to the voiceover, a lot of niches you can get away with AI, and that's perfectly fine for you to use an AI voice. However, if you do, like what Mr. B said earlier on in this video, if you do want to be 10% better than everyone else, then you would want to make your videos 10% better. And one of those things is actually having a human voiceover with talent who actually plays with voice fluctuations and stuff. So in this niche, 100% use an older American male to do these voiceovers, whether you're going to use AI or whether you're going to use a human voice. If you are tight on budget, use AI, and once you get monetized and start making money, reinvest back into a human voice. If you do have money to invest, then I'd 100% recommend that you use a human voiceover who is American male and a bit older, who can give that nostalgia feel and essentially make the audience feel like the person who's reading these scripts, the person who's speaking in this video, connects really well with the audience. That's essentially what you want. You want the voiceover artist to connect well with the audience, because the downside of doing a faceless channel is that you can't brand it around a face. So you have to use other things, such as either brand it around a character or brand it around a voice, or do a bit of both. And the best place to hire talent is off of Upwork.com. However, before you hire anyone off of Upwork, make sure you get a personalized sample for that so that you don't end up having a terrible experience and then have to ask for a refund from Upwork. So it looks like the script is now ready. And what we can do in order to make sure that the word count is good is that we can go on wordcounter.com, go back to the inspiration video, copy transcript, paste it in here. It looks like we have 2,200 words. So what we can do is we are going to go back to the AI and we're going to paste it in here and see what kind of words we get. 2,700 words. So it did well with the word count. And obviously we can take away this title. So the word count thing was great. So what you can also do is you can paste this bad boy into ChatGPT for a fact check. Fact check this. So we can get ChatGPT, another AI, to fact check it. So it's telling us what's accurate, perfect, what's exaggerated or need more nuance. No other backyard toy ever got that treatment. And then from here, you can literally like go back and forth with the AI to change and reword things, to remove stuff that is not factually accurate, to remove stuff that shouldn't be there. So you can go back and forth with the AI with Claude. You can literally copy and paste what ChatGPT said, put it into Claude, tell it to change things up to make it more accurate. Another thing I like to do with my scripts is I like to ask for 5 hook variations. So I'll say, give me 5 hook variations. This is because the first 30 seconds of your script is the most important. It's where people decide whether they're going to watch the entire video or whether they're going to click off the video and continue scrolling. It's so important that your first few seconds, the first paragraph of your video, the first sentence of your video is compelling, powerful, and whets the viewer's appetite so that they can watch the entire video. So what's happening over here is I've told it, give me 5 hook variations. So what you would want to do is read through all 5 of these hooks. It gives you different angles: the contraband hook, the sensory hook, the statistic hook, the dare hook. So the AI now gives you 5 different hooks. You can read through all 5 and choose the one that you feel is most compelling. And I don't really care if the viral videos in your niche are not doing this. I still believe you should do this to some extent. And that's called deliver on the click, meaning that if someone sees something on the title and thumbnail, the moment they click on the video, you should either mention the keywords in the first sentence that was mentioned in the title so that the viewer doesn't feel clickbaited. And also you should show the very thing that you showed on the thumbnail as soon as they click on the video. Why? So that the viewer feels that they can trust the video and that they're not being clickbaited and they'll watch it more. Now, listen, if that little trick, and I've seen it happen with so many viral videos, if that little thing helps you boost your attention by 10%, then that little thing is the thing that's going to make you go viral. Remember what Mr. B said, your videos just have to be 10% better. And if that means we just have to do these little things here and there and maybe invest a bit more time and effort and even a bit more money to make these videos just 10% better, that will make the video go viral and you will be dominating your niche. And on top of that, you'll be making a full-time income whilst working part-time on your channel, which will give you the freedom to travel the world and live the life of your dreams. Maybe quit your 9 to 5 and do this full-time so that you don't have to work your 9 to 5. Or I know people who have YouTube channels that make them 10K a month and they still work their 9 to 5s because the 9 to 5 pays them well and they love their jobs as well. So not everyone hates their job, by the way. People say stuff like, you have to grind, man, and you need to get out the 9 to 5. Dude, like, some people actually love their jobs, and why not just have 2 incomes? Now, once you have your script written out, you would want to put it into a Google Doc like this. You would want to take the name of your video, boom. And what you would want to do is you want to hit share. Then you would want to put anyone with link. We're going to put editor. Now the voiceover artist is going to read from this, or you can plug this into 11 Labs, which is an AI tool for voiceovers. So if you're going to use 11 Labs, you would want to go on the left here, studio. Then we're going to click new blank project, audio project. Then we're going to paste the entire script into here. And then on the left here, we're going to hit V3. It's the most expressive model. And then Maxi Learning is a good voiceover that I use. And then you're going to highlight everything, hit enhance text. And this is going to give expressions with your voiceover. So the voiceover sounds more realistic and personal. And then after that, you're going to hit generate, and it will generate the voiceover. And then you hit export and then download. And that's essentially how it works. And then Wave apparently is better than MP3. So you can use Wave instead of MP3, and then you hit export. That's essentially how it works. So that will come up with a realistic AI voice. So if we was to hit like...
There are more of you out there than you think.
Okay, so in order to hire freelancers off of Upwork, so you can use AI for your voiceovers, and you can hire a human voiceover artist off of Upwork. I would also suggest having a team of video editors working on your channel. I would recommend a minimum of 5 video editors. Don't just have one video editor or one thumbnail designer, because if that video editor goes on vacation, your channel will be left in the mud because you can't make progress. He's not there to work. And also, they always come up with these random stories as to crazy stuff that's happened to them, and they disappear on you. So there's always a story. There's always a negative story. So we have to make sure we have a team of at least 5 video editors and at least 2 thumbnail designers to minimize the risk of our channel being stagnant. So in order to hire, we're going to go on hire talent, and we're going to go post a job. Now, this applies to any job that you do. Always get a personalized sample, meaning that you give them a mini task to do before you hire them. So when we're hiring, always do long-term project that attracts talent. Then we say, I need a video editor for my American Nostalgia Faceless YouTube channel. Now the AI is going to go to work, and it's going to create the job post. Always do fixed price, never pay per hour, because you can't track that. For a video editor in this niche, so you can do different budgets. Let's start off with 50. So you can do one job post for 50, and then after, let's say, 5 hours, you can do another one for 100, and another one for 70, another one for 30, just to see what kind of talent you attract. And one thing I have experienced is just because you're paying higher doesn't always mean you're going to get more. There was a time with my AI channel, I had a video editor who was charging $100 per edit, and his edit was terrible. And then I had another editor who was charging me $30 per edit, and his video was way better than the guy who was charging me $100. So just because you're paying more doesn't always mean you're going to get more, just so you know. So over here, I like to delete everything except for the first sentence, and then I just put, I need you to copy this editing style. And we link the video that went viral. And then we hit save, and then we're going to hit finalize job post. Then we hit post standard as free, and then the job post will be live. Now, this is what I would say when it comes to personalized samples. What I would suggest you do is before you hire anyone, send them this sample. So you just have to copy and paste the URL, and I'll just show you how to do this. So this is what we're going to send. Hi there, thanks for applying for the role. I'm looking to work with someone long-term on this project. Can you please do a sample of 1 minute of editing that is the same style as this video? Then we link the inspiration channel in order to clarify what we're looking for. And then you give them a script to work from. So in this case, we are going to send them the script of the one we just created, and we are going to link it here. Boom. And then after you've sent this, there'll be an option to attach a file, a voiceover file, which you can easily create from 11 Labs. So literally, let's take the first paragraph. We can go to studio, new blank project, audio project. So we can literally just paste this thing in here, and it doesn't have to be perfect. We can just like highlight everything, enhance text, and then we're going to hit generate. And then literally you just export. Wave is better than MP3. Then we hit export. And then after it's exported, you would hit the button download. Then you'll download this. And then after downloading it, you'll send it to all of the editors that applied to your job. You would want to copy and paste this message that I've put here so that they have the script and the inspiration. And then after that, on Upwork, when you go on messages, there is a paperclip here where you attach file. And this is where you attach the voiceover file. And then you just rinse and repeat the same message to everyone that applied to your job post. And then when they come back with the 1 minute or 30-second sample, you will then compare that sample to your competitors. So in this case, it will be this video right here. So if we play it. Okay, they delivered on the click, by the way. Can you see, in a sense, what they're showing in the thumbnail is the plane, the toy plane. And then the first thing they show is the toy plane.
Heard in 40 years, thin and slightly wrong. Like something spinning faster than it had any right to. That sound used to carry 3 backyards on a Saturday morning without even trying. If you grew up anywhere in America between 1955 and 1985, you know exactly what that is.
Okay, so it looks like they are using an AI voice, so you can definitely get away with an AI voice in this niche. However, if you do want to crush it, I would recommend using a human voice to add more personality so that your videos are better than theirs, and then you can dominate the niche that way. So they use a lot of realistic images, realistic videos, sorry, not images, videos of like what has happened, like of the toy, and essentially this is what they'll see in their childhood, like that toy, and then that sound effect, yeah. Interesting, it's in an American neighborhood. This is really a really good strategy. So we've analyzed what they've done. So they don't have B-roll, they have realistic footage. And so you would want to pay attention to that when you're looking at the sample from your video editors. And yeah, so it's good to know your niche. It's good to watch the videos in your niche. I like to tell my students, watch 1 video a day in your niche so that you can completely understand what they are doing right and what they're doing wrong, and that you can dominate your niche and become better in your niche. Now, when it comes to creating thumbnails, I'd recommend that you hire a thumbnail designer who can do it for you, and you can use AI to help. So with VidIQ, we can go over here and we can take this thumbnail, we can copy it, copy image, and we can go over to Gemini or ChatGPT. Gemini has Nano Banana integrated into it, and we can click on, we can have ChatGPT. We can open up chat on another one as well. So with Gemini, we can click, whoops, that's glitchy. So over here, we hit create an image, and we can basically just say, use this image as a reference, but change the, what was it, Cox 0.049 to, what's the video that we're doing? Lawn darts. And then we can just copy this prompt. So we've send that to the AI, copy, boom. Boom, copy this prompt, get 2 AIs working at once. So we have to go plus, images, boom, let's move, boom. Let's see what it comes up with. And also, one thing I would suggest doing is you can put the image onto Canva so that the quality is good, like Canva, and so that the dimensions are great. And you can also prompt it. So another thing you can do is, after it's created the image, what we can do here is we can say, make it the correct resolution for a YouTube thumbnail. Resolution and dimension. Now, when it comes to managing your team, it's very important that you have them in one group. For example, with my team, I have everyone in a WhatsApp group. And what is also very helpful is if you jump on a Zoom call, everyone in the team, you jump on a call and you analyze your competitors, you speak to your team members about what ideas they have, because some of these are very smart and creative people, and you do weekly meetings. That is extremely helpful. And yeah, I wouldn't suggest having everyone scattered over Upwork. I would suggest having everyone in one group chat. On Upwork, they don't want you communicating outside of Upwork, but there's a way where you just like create a Google Doc, put a message in there for them to message you on WhatsApp, and you send it to them, and then you just add everyone on a WhatsApp group, or it could be on Slack, it could be on Telegram, whatever works for you. And it's just very helpful having everyone in one place so that you just have communicate on there and manage projects on there as well. And the weekly Zoom calls are very helpful as well. That just tends to increase productivity because communication is much more clear and you're just able to get more done. Remember, it's all about making those videos 10% more. And if it takes weekly meetings, if it takes having everyone in one place, these little things compile and it improves over and over. Another thing that I've recently discovered is this thing called thumbsup.tv. And this is where you can upload your thumbnail and put your title at the bottom here. So for one of my videos on this channel right here, I am testing out how it will look like if I uploaded this kind of thumbnail with this kind of title. So you literally, it's called thumbsup.tv, it's free, and you can toggle dark mode over here as well. So you can see if most people use dark mode apparently on YouTube, and with dark mode, this looks pretty cool and has the thumbnail I uploaded with the title, and it shows you on home, sidebar. So this is a very useful tool that you can do when you are uploading your Faceless YouTube videos as well. So ChatGPT has come up with this image right here. What happened to lawn darts? And it's changed the airplane to a lawn dart, I guess. I like the one ChatGPT did better than Gemini, because I don't think that's a dart. I think these are darts, but not this thing. Maybe it's, I don't know. Okay, this looks cool. I like this one. Maybe you want to change it up a bit, like change up what the parents are wearing. So it's not too similar to the competition to the point where like YouTube flag it as like copying. So you might want to change up what this boy's wearing, maybe change up what the people are wearing, maybe a different house, and so forth. So this is how we build a YouTube channel with Claude. So we use Claude for niche research, ideation, scripting. It can help with coming up with the channel name, and it can give you ideas about the logo and the banner you should use. Like I said, it's not that important. Okay, so we have a channel over here. In order to change the name and logo, you would want to click on the bottom left here, customization. Logo, we can ask Claude for a logo. So you can just say, create me a logo. Okay, for the channel name, let's just call it Signal Lost. And then we just go on to YouTube Studio. On the left, customization. We can change the channel to Signal Lost and the handle Signal Lost. There can't be any spaces here. One thing that helps when you are struggling with the handle is you can do Signal Lost Official. Or I am Signal Lost. There you go. And then description, we can ask AI for a brief description. We can ask Claude, give me a brief channel description for this niche. While that's running, we just wait for the logo to be created. Dead stock. Oh no. Change it to Signal Lost. Okay, we can take this. Boom. There we go. I'd recommend putting an email once you start gaining traction, but like at first you'll get a bunch of scams. You would want to avoid putting an email for now, or don't even use a watermark. You don't need a watermark, and with the email, you don't need to do an email until you start like really getting crazy views, and then you'll have brands reach out to you. Apart from that, yeah, you upload the logo here. It gives you the dimensions that you can have here, and you can use Canva for those dimensions. And then you have the banner that you can upload here as well. So when it comes to reading your metrics on YouTube, so after you upload a video, it usually takes YouTube around four days to really start pushing it out. You would also want to pay attention to different things on YouTube. And obviously when you're making changes on customization, you hit publish on the top right corner. So this is my video right here, The Dark Side of Dubai, what they don't tell you. And if we look at their analytics, so this is another way of viewing analytics, is you would want to click on reach. And this has a high click-through rate, 7.2%, which is incredible. 55 million people have seen the title and thumbnail of this video. It's got 5.8 million views, so 7% click-through rate. Engagement, let's see, hopefully the engagement is better. 300,000 hours of what? 388,000 hours, which is insane. The engagement's a bit better on this video. 67% of viewers are still watching around the 30-second mark. In my experience, 75% is what you're aiming for. And if we look at average percentage viewed, 37%, which could be better, but also could be worse. And by the way, this video did cost me like $50 to make or something, and it's done like 20,000 USD, which is insane. Oh, nearly 21 now. So, okay, so this is one of my clients who's crushing it on YouTube right now. And this is how you read your video analytics. So whenever you upload a video, it does take YouTube around 4 or 5 days before they start really pushing it out. Sometimes sooner. Sometimes I've had videos as soon as I uploaded them, they start pushing out hard. However, in order to read your video analytics, it's very important that you look at reach to know if a video is performed. So at the moment, this video's got 400,000 views, $2,600 in revenue. And if we click on reach, 2.5 million impressions here. So this means that the title and thumbnail has been seen 2.5 million times on YouTube. And then the impression click-through rate is 6.3%, which is really good. So 5% is average. Anything below 5% is bad. Anything above 5% is good. And this basically means the percentage of people who saw the title and thumbnail and clicked on the videos. Okay, so when it comes to engagement, you would want to look at average percentage viewed. So an average view duration. So average view duration, the average person watches 5 minutes of this 30-minute long video. The average percentage viewed is 19%. In my experience, I mean, you would want to aim for the more the merrier, of course, but around 45% is solid. Now, the problem with this, even though the video did perform and did do well, it can be improved because it looks like 56% of viewers are still watching around the 30-second mark. So this is pretty bad. So we definitely need to work on the hook on this video. And the way to do that is you just play the video, and then you just look at what you went wrong in the hook, and you just compare it to your competitors that did well or other videos that performed that did well, and see where you went wrong and just fix that for future videos. So yeah, this is really bad, but what I have realized is that naturally your metrics will go down because the more your video starts getting views, YouTube will begin to push it out to a colder audience who may not resonate with your videos as much, but they still might kind of click on it. So that does happen. Like naturally the click-through rate does drop, and naturally the engagement does drop because YouTube begins to test your video out to different audiences. So that's another thing for you to know. Okay, so another way to read general YouTube analytics is you would want to click on analytics over here on the left, and then hit content on the top. All right. And then under videos, it will tell you your average click-through rate, which is 5%, which is average. And then it tells you views in the past 28 days and 3 million impressions. So this channel has got 3 million impressions in the past 28 days. And then it has got 5% click-through rate. And then average view duration is 47%. Now, the importance of reading analytics is because if your click-through rate is terrible, you know that you need to change up your title, your thumbnail, your video idea. If your click-through rate is high, but your views are still low, then you have to look at your engagement and see, maybe did I say something in the video that put people off? Is the voiceover too AI-ish? Is the editing not matching the voiceover? So if my editor is talking about Dubai and you're showing New York, is that the disconnect? Is that the reason why people are clicking off the video? So it's very important that you look at your analytics so that you can see where you're going wrong so that you can change that up for your next videos. So make decisions based on data, because data is going to tell you what you need to fix. When it comes to the budget for the voiceover, for human voiceover, I would suggest $30 per video. For video editor, depending on the niche, so all of this is very niche specific. For video editor, 50 to 100, depending on a niche again. Thumbnails, around $10. Scripts, if you have a human scriptwriter who's talented and knows a lot about your niche, then I would say around $50 per script. Final thoughts, I would recommend whatever niche you are doing, make sure you watch one video per day on your competitors. And when I say competitors, I mean the successful ones, the channels that are crushing it in your niche, so you understand what they are doing right and how you can emulate them and improve their content as well. What's also a good idea is to look at other viral videos in different niches and see what you can look at in other niches and bring it into your niche. I'll give you a brief example. I'm going to show you how this niche specifically was birthed by taking one niche and merging it with another niche. So this channel is called B-Ball Explained. They talk about basketball, and they have this whiteboard explanation style that has never been done before. However, it has been done before, but in two different channels. So the first channel is called Nonstop. They talk about basketball stories, basketball players. So they do have a few NFL videos, but it's mainly basketball. So they have this is the NBA niche, and there's this other niche called the Pain Explainer, and they talk about every blank explained in blank minutes. So a lot of their videos is like every martial art explained in 12 minutes. So literally, this channel took both niches and merged them into one. So this is why it's good to look at other niches to say a thumbnail style. Maybe there's an editing style that you can take from one niche and bring it into your niche. Now, thanks for watching till the end. If you want me to hold your hand and help you build a profitable YouTube channel one-on-one, then there is a link in the description for you to book a call with me so that we can talk further and see how that would look like. Now, the YouTube algorithm does have a sophisticated system where they know what you want to see next. Now, the video that is showing on the screen right now is what YouTube believe that you want or need to see next. So click on that video and see if they are telling the truth.